All right, Cluck Old Hen. This song is so much fun to play, and whether you keep it simple or you get fancy with it, either way, it sounds great. So let's hear what it sounds like. There you have it, Cluck Old Hen. So I'm going to walk you through my arrangement process for Cluck Old Hen a little bit, and hopefully this will help you with arranging your own songs. If this is confusing to you, go check out banjoskills.com. That's my website, and I'm building a free 1-hour course on there that's going to teach you, everything from holding the banjo to tuning it up for the first time to playing your first song. And I'm hoping to get you there in about a week. Give that a look if you think it'll be helpful for you, and we'll get you up to speed in no time. So the first thing I do when I'm arranging a new song is I just get really familiar with it. And that means I go listen to every version of it I can find. So I pull up Apple Music, go to YouTube, go to some historical websites like the Smithsonian Archives, and there's some other library websites that have older versions of these songs. And then I kind of narrow it down to a few I really like, and I'll use those for inspiration. So for example, for Cluck Old Hen, there was a version I really liked by a group called Holly Golightly and the Broke-Offs. And this was a more modern version, but I think it really captured the spirit of the song. It's kind of slower, a little more dissonant. We're kind of playing it faster, louder, but I like to think the spirit is kind of the same. So once I have a few versions I really like for a song, I'm going to go through them. I'm going to listen to them really closely. I'm going to get into the same tuning. Cluck Old Hen is sort of a standard in sawmill tuning. So I can start there and, that's probably going to sound pretty good. And it did. But I'm just going to try to pick out the melody as I listen to the song. So. That's sort of what I hear as the first part of the melody of Cluck Old Hen. And I'm going to go through until I basically have the A and the B part for the song, and I can play it through with the melody. And at that point, I'm just going to add some clawhammery stuff, some embellishments. But the whole time, I'm basically thinking about the feel of the song, right? So going into sawmill tuning for Cluck Old Hen sort of gives it this haunting, slightly dissonant vibe that I want to try to evoke when I play it. But that's one of the cool things about learning a song this way is I've got the sort of structure of the song ingrained in my head, and that means that I can play around with it a little more, and I'm not ever really going to play it the exact same way twice. So I feel like there's really two good ways to learn songs, and it depends on what you're going for. If you want to sort of develop your artistry, I think you go learn by ear. And if you want to develop your technique, you go learn by tab. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with learning by tab. It's fantastic, but I think that it can stunt your artistry if you rely solely on the tab. Even though you can play complex stuff much faster than if you learn by ear, your artistry is going to suffer a little bit because you're learning someone else's version. I said, if you want to learn technique and if you want to learn the framework for a song, tab is fantastic. And so with that in mind, head over to Banjo Skills, and we've got 3 tabs there for this song. So we've got just the melody. So that's great if you want to sort of compare the melody you picked out with what I heard. And granted, it could be a little different, and that's okay, especially if you're listening to different versions of the song. But yeah, you compare that. Then we've got the basic version, a simple clawhammer version, and then a more intermediate version with the, the drop thumbs and a little bit of the fancy stuff in there. Definitely check those out, and I hope they help. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about playing this song, if there's anything I can help with. I'm going to do another video later this week, sort of walking through a few bits of the song that I think are really interesting. And yeah, hopefully we'll get you playing soon. Now, last thing. I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube thing, right? This is like my first non-short video, maybe second. So it would really help if you could like and subscribe. It helps get the videos out there. more people see it, kind of gives me the encouragement to keep going. So yeah, like, subscribe, drop a comment below, whatever. It's super helpful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.